Have you ever felt like there's a better version of you waiting to emerge? A version that's confident, disciplined, and fulfilled? Philosophers throughout history have spoken of the human potential for transcendence, for becoming something that's greater. From Plato's ideal forms to Nietzsche's, the idea of reaching a higher self is not new. Today we call this process quantum jumping. Quantum jumping is the art of aligning your current self with the highest version of who you are. And it's not magic, it's rooted in philosophy, psychology, and the way our actions shapes our reality. Think of it as a philosophical practice of self-mastery. Over the course of this video, I am going to break this down. What quantum jumping is, its origins, how it's tied to philosophy, and most importantly, how you can start embodying your ideal self today. Quantum jumping is based on the idea that infinite versions of you exist simultaneously. In one reality, you're thriving in perfect alignment with your dreams. In another, you're stuck in doubt and procrastination. The overall goal is to consciously jump into the reality where you are living as your highest self. Philosophically, this idea mirrors Plato's concept of the ideal forms. Plato believes that there is a perfect version of everything, including us, that exists in a metaphysical realm. Quantum jumping is about striving towards that ideal form, not as something abstract, but as something you can embody here and now. Think of life as a video game. You're the player and your current self is the character. You decide the skills, the traits, and the habits you'll build. You design the home, the relationships, and the experiences. It's like The Sims, if you ever played that, which honestly, I play too much. The question is, are you playing the game intentionally or are you just wandering through it? Psychology teaches us that our identity is shaped by our thoughts and actions. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain ability to rewire itself based on what you constantly do and think. When you start acting like your future self, you're training the brain to believe that's who you are. Over time, your habits, decisions, and the reality align with that identity. This echoes Aristotle's idea of eudaimonia. I forgot to pronounce it. But basically, it's living in alignment with your highest potential. Aristotle believed that excellence isn't an act, but a habit. Quantum jumping is about building those habits that define your ideal self. If your future self is a writer, start writing every day. If they're confident, practice walking and speaking with confidence now. These small shifts create the foundation for the bigger transformation. As Nietzsche once said, become who you are. The first step is clarity. Who is the ideal version of you? What do they wear? How do they speak? What do they value? Take 5 minutes to visualize your future self. Write down their traits, habits, and daily routines. Be specific. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I want to wake up at 6 a.m., exercise, and spend 2 hours focusing on my craft. A Roman Stoic reminded us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Embodying your future self means controlling what you can and aligning your actions with your vision. Start small. If your future self is disciplined, commit to one disciplined act today. Maybe it's journaling or just cleaning your space for better mental clarity. If they're more confident, practice your gaze or keeping eye contact or your posture in the way that you walk. The Stoics believed in the concept of belonging. Your environment shapes your inner world. If you want to thrive, create a space that supports growth. I urge you to start by upgrading one area of your environment to reflect your future self. Maybe it's organizing your desk to look like a CEO's desk, or your future self is creative. Decorate your room with tools that inspire your art or you. Aristotle once said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but an habit. Habits are the building blocks of transformation. Pick one habit today that your future self practice and start doing it daily. It could be meditating for 5 minutes or reading a chapter of a book every night or even exercising. Consistency is the key to rewiring your brain. Socrates taught us that an unexamined life is not worth living. Self-reflection ensures you stay aligned with your vision. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I embody my future self today? What can I improve tomorrow? Write it down and track your progress. I love to keep a small journal, and I take these notes every single night. Quantum jumping isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating it. Every action you take today shapes the person you'll be tomorrow. As a famous philosopher once said, the journey to your highest self starts with every single step, and that step is deciding who you want to be. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more on how to align with your higher self. Share or leave a comment. What's one habit or trait your future self has that you'll start practicing today? And we'll get through this together. Until next time, I'll see you guys around.